Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amanda and this is Confidence Mindset with Amanda, and in this video I want to talk a little bit about instant manifestation. So we are always instantly manifesting in a moment-to-moment basis as we speak and think, and all of these things are manifesting into our reality. However, I want to bring up the topic of instant manifestation when it comes to physical things in our reality. So I want to bring this up in a way that is easy to understand, and maybe perhaps you might find a little bit of motivation in it. So when we are manifesting, we sometimes can get a little bit overwhelmed sometimes when we are thinking that we have to manifest everything instantly. We get a little overwhelmed with time, and when we do this, then we can find ourselves a little bit anxious and thinking that things aren't unfolding the way that we want them to unfold. However, I want to bring up this topic of building a wardrobe. So it's not about planting a seed and growing a tree and all of that kind of analogy. This is an analogy that I want to bring up on the premises that sometimes it takes a little bit of time for the 3D to physically form what it is that you are creating from thought. Sometimes it takes a little bit of time for the 3D to catch up to your thought, and that is okay. And I'm bringing this up because we can go out and we can buy a wardrobe instantly. So if we go out to a furniture store and we say we're manifesting to buy a wardrobe instantly, we walk in, we pick a wardrobe, we buy it, and that's an instant manifestation, you could say. However, what about the idea of wanting to build a wardrobe? Say you just get this idea that you want to build a wardrobe, and you're coming into this thought, no, I know I can go out and I can instantly manifest this wardrobe, whatever, and buy it, but I actually have this idea that I want to build it. So you go and you buy your flat pack, and you do all that, and then you go about maybe building the wardrobe. Now, I want to bring this up because when you get the idea of building the wardrobe, is it going to be instant? Are you going to just look at the flat pack and then it's built? No, you're not. You're going to have a few hours of where you're reading instructions. You may get a little bit frustrated, so you might actually, along the process, may feel like you want to give up. You may hit your finger with a hammer when you're putting the nail into the shelf. You may get the shelf in there. You don't know whether the shelf is on the top or the bottom. You may get all flustered with it, and then you might say to yourself, you know what, I'm taking a break because I'm getting frustrated. So we could look at this when we are actually manifesting for physical things as well in a reality of the process of how this physical desire is being created in a reality. Because yes, you can manifest a wardrobe instantly, but when you get an idea that you want to build it, you're not going to be able to just look at it and it's built. You're going to have this little bit of process, and whatever way that your mind works, maybe you will be able to just build it straight away within a couple of hours by looking at the instructions and not getting frustrated. But maybe then there may be just little things that you're learning along the way. Say you haven't built one before and it's a little bit of a new process for you, just like manifestation can be. Let's say, for example, if you're manifesting an experience that is new, that you haven't experienced before, you are building the circuitry in your brain to learn it. And so when you, let's say for example, are building the wardrobe, you get a little bit frustrated, you take a little bit of time, you come back to it, you have a fresher head. So you're like, this could be seen as your affirmations, you're affirming again, and it's this little process that keeps you going, and then inevitably then at the end of it all you build the wardrobe. But this is why you should never give up on your manifestations, because when you get that wardrobe built, imagine the satisfaction then that you get when you actually get your desire. So because you're going to get your desire, that's inevitable. Once you continue to keep your thoughts in your favor, you're going to manifest what it is that you want. Now, when you have things like building the wardrobe and you have the little bits along the way where you're frustrated and that as well too, know that that's okay, because if you're creating a new experience that you haven't felt before, obviously you're going to be feeling a little bit unknown, you're going to feel a little bit anxious, you're going to feel a little out of sorts, but it's bringing yourself back into it. So you take a little bit of a mental break, you come back, just like with the wardrobe, you come back, you're a fresher head, and then you start affirming again. Nothing messes up your manifestation. You're always going to get it. From my own perspective, you'll always get it if you never give up. So then when you get to the desired end, like the wardrobe being built, think of the long-term investment of that wardrobe, same as your desire. Think about the satisfaction let's say if we go back to the analogy of the wardrobe, the satisfaction of building that wardrobe, how many people when come over to your house are you going to be showing the wardrobe to? It won't be the same as just instantly manifesting the wardrobe from the furniture shop, because it'll just be a wardrobe to you. But you know, everything that you thought of to build the wardrobe, the one that you built yourself, and so you're going to be more proud of it. You're going to be looking at it more in a way that you'll be taking care of it more. Every time you look at it, you're going to be satisfied within yourself, because you'll say, I did that. I built that wardrobe. And it's this that you gain from manifestation. This is what you are actually truly gaining when you are on that process of continuing to keep your thoughts on what it is that you want, understanding that yes, maybe you'll get frustrated a little bit along the way. That doesn't matter. Understanding that the time doesn't matter, but understanding that it's all that matters is the end result, because you know at that end result is where you're going to find your satisfaction. You're going to be proud of it. As I say, if you build something that you're proud of, you are going to be showing it off to people coming around. You're going to take care of it more. Maybe you just put your favorite things into that wardrobe, or every time there'll be like happier thoughts. And it's the same if you're creating an experience that you haven't experienced before. So let's say, for example, you had a bad experience maybe with a relationship, and this time you want to create a relationship in a new way. So all of the way that you're creating it is you're creating all these new thoughts, all these exciting thoughts, and all of these thoughts that you are creating may take a little bit of time. When I say time, I don't mean that it's going to take forever. It could literally just be, if you're consistent with yourself, within the month or within 2 weeks or whatever. But nothing is a long amount of time when you get what you want, because when you get what you want, it's the same when building the wardrobe. When you have that wardrobe built, the long-term satisfaction that you get from that, the long-term proudness of yourself that you get from that, because every time you look at it, you know what I mean, you feel what you went through to actually build that wardrobe. And I know, look at its analogy, I just want to break it down simple, because I want to bring out the concept that instant manifestation isn't about, it's not about, like, we can instantly manifest things. As I say, you go out and you get whatever, but I mean, not everything has to be an instant manifestation. Sometimes there's things you want to create for a long-term investment, and sometimes they don't be just as instant. And this can be with anything. It can even be with a house as well. Let's say you're manifesting a house, and look, I believe everything is possible. So maybe you could just walk out and just manifest a house. Somebody could just give it to you straight away. That can happen. But let's say there's a little bit of a process. I mean, it's not going to just fall into your lap in 1 hour. Let's say, for example, maybe you could, but I'm just saying, when you are changing your thoughts into what it is that you want to manifest, maybe there will be a little bit of a time. But instant manifestation, we are always manifesting instantly, because we're always coming from the present moment, and it's up to us what we decide to think of in the present moment. But I want to just bring this up as a way of understanding that never give up on what it is that you want, because you will experience it. But just relax into it, just flow into it, and keep your thoughts on what it is that you want, because there's nothing in manifestation. Manifestation is changing your thoughts in your favor. That's it. And it doesn't even matter what way you are changing your thoughts, as long as they are working in your favor. Just don't think against yourself. It's just, just give yourself the mental break, to know that everything is going to work out no matter what. And to know that as you continue to do things for yourself, and continue to feed your mind with all of these thoughts that you are desiring to experience, that is what is going to show up in your reality. So I'll leave it there, and I will chat to you soon. Thank you.